Hey, what's up, guys? It's Benjo, and today we are going to be going over command loops and what that is, why we care, and how to do them, and some of the things that you can do with command loops. I did not get a ton of different things that you can do with the command loops because it takes quite a lot of time, and they're all larger scale projects once you start doing this type of thing. Like, a complex machine using command loops takes quite a while. So I only created 2 machines, one small, one big. And yeah, I'm going to be teaching Boss how to do command loops, even though, you know what, yeah, we're just going to say that. I'm not going to give you the other details there. Yeah, Boss, say hello.
What's up?
That's Boss for you. Yeah. So Boss, do you know what command loops are?
No.
No, yeah. Yeah, okay, so basically the idea is this. Normally in Minecraft, if you want a command to fire a bunch of times, you put it on repeat. You go like this, you go like this, you say hello, and then you put it on always active, and then it says hello a million times. But sometimes you want something to run again in that same tick. Oh no, I'm saying that's so sad. Hello, person. Hello.
Hello.
How goes
My
it?
name is Crazy Cat. Subscribe to my channel.
Oh wow. I'm not gonna edit this, so that's totally gonna fly too. You're a butt. Okay, whatever. I'm keeping that in.
Whoa! Hey!
I can't get too distracted. I need to stay on topic. Yep. So sometimes, guys, chill. Sometimes you're gonna want to have a bunch of commands that happen all at the same time, instantly. This can happen in a variety of ways, but if you want to make a loop, it basically looks like this. You have command. It can even be smaller. This is a loop right here. That would work. The problem is in Minecraft, this doesn't work. The reason why is that when a command block is fired upon, when it executes a command, it will remember I have been fired, and then it'll go here and it'll be like I have been fired, and then it goes to go into this one. It's like, oh, I can't do anything because I've been fired. The solution to this is creating duplicates, going like this, and this, and then on the last command block or the first, doesn't matter. And actually, now that I think about it, you could maybe do it whenever you want. Haven't thought it through all the way. I'm going to continue forward, and then it will clone itself right here and be like, oh, but it'll remember that it's still going, and then it will be like, oh, clone, boom, everything's refreshed, and then it'll be like, oh, this is a command block that's never been fired, and then it will loop over here and infinitely loop until you tell it to stop. Boss, does that make sense so far?
Yeah.
Do you have any idea why you would want to use command loops yet?
Really?
Yeah, that's fair. So, an example of this, I don't know if I'm actually going to write this and code this live for you guys. I'm not sure. I think I'm going to, but let's do something simple, which is we want to teleport Boss up 7 times, let's say. How would we tell this system to stop cloning? That is a good question. So that's what we're going to cover here. Let me look at my notes and see where we're at. Like I said, this is a very powerful function. This enables you to do like so much stuff. Doesn't matter if the chain blocks are conditional or not. Thank you for typing that in chat. It does, yes, and that is something we will get into. Okay, just a moment, guys. Feel free to say things now because I don't want dead air. Okay. So to get around this, we do this. It put itself backwards on itself. Blah blah blah. Coordinates. Example. Will. Remember to type this with the code blocks. Okay. Almost done, guys. Okay. Cool. So let's first get this clone thing figured out. So. Clone, tilde. If you don't know what tildes are, you're gonna have to look that up. I might make a video for it. It's a pretty easy thing to find on the internet, though. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna say that this guy is the main command block. This is the main one. This is gonna be the copy. This is gonna be the main one. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off we're gonna imagine that we are right here. Let me grab a gold block. This video feels rushed. I'm not liking this too much. Let me know in the comments, feedback, critiques, stuff like that. This ain't gonna be perfect. Oh no, Crazy's gone. Rip. Okay.
No, I'm joining back.
So
I'm just
that's fine.
I'm joining back. I'm playing on
You
my
know what?
phone.
Before I show you this, let me show you some things that you can do with a mixture of conditional statements and loops. So this is a machine that uses the loop systems we're about to go over. I will show you these commands in fast so you can pause it and make it for yourself if you want. It is kind of a pain. I built this like 4 or 5 years ago. Which I'm pretty happy about. As a total side note, pretty happy about it. I made this rotating machine before structure blocks were out, so this was pretty cool. So this is what I have right here. This will take this object and flip it on its corner and replicate it perfectly. If we were to use repeat command blocks, this would take you about 200 seconds. If you were to do repeating command blocks. But if we use this, and when I push this button, you'll see my scoreboard start tweaking out. You'll see these things start doing mad things. And I really hope this works first try. Nothing. Hey, there we go. Does this require plugins? No, it does not, Lux. No, thank you for the questions. I appreciate that, by the way. I think that's going to help the video. Yeah, so as you can see, this rotated things. I will explain how this works in a bit. I'm not sure how much I should talk specifics in this video versus conceptual, but we will cross that bridge when we get there. What's up,
Banjo.
Crazy? Yeah, what's up?
So when you do the whole block button thing, it will usually lag for a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
But then it will just go back to normal after like 5 to 6 seconds.
Yeah, no, that is a good observation. So something that does happen when you are using chain command blocks and it executes like a lot of command blocks, all of that happens
It will
in
usually
one.
lag your game for
Yeah.
like 5 to 6. But then after
it
that,
will.
it'll go back to normal.
Excuse me.
Like it'll make your frames go down.
Yeah, you will get low frames. It will lag. I recommend being on a computer for doing large scale chain command blocks.
Yeah, like I'm on phone right now, and it lagged my game a little bit.
Yeah. So important note is that this will all fire in one tick. I kind of talked about that, so I won't talk about it much here. But this will, in the game's term, happen in a 20th of a second. But it actually takes a lot of processing time, so it'll take about 5 seconds. This is about a 4,000 command block thing. The other thing you need to keep in mind is that this is this caps out at 10,000 chain command blocks. So you can only have 10,000 commands fire before it's like, nope, we're done. Okay, cool.
Oh, also.
Yeah, what's up, Creeper?
The
I
armor
mean,
stands will usually try to go to limbo.
Limbo? You mean
And
like tweak?
it's not an exaggeration.
You mean it'll tweak
They're
out?
trying to fly to limbo.
Yeah. The armor stands are supposed to do that.
Ask
Yeah, there's
what's his name?
The armor
No, I
stands
accidentally
tweak
broke some
out.
glass again.
It's fine. All right, back on topic. I might have to edit this video.
Hershey Mobile.
All right, guys, I'm going to ask you to tone it down a little bit. I appreciate the questions, but we do got to get back on topic. Okay, so boss, where are you? Boss?
I'm here.
Okay, I thought you left. I was like, bro, where'd you go? So let's cover, there's 3 steps here. And I should have labeled this better in my notes, but luckily I remember them. So there are 3 steps. There's the clone. There is the clone. So no, I reduced this recently. So there's the clone conditional. Clone if this. And then there's the, how do I phrase this? There's the scoreboard value that subtracts 1 every time. First, we're going to get the clone system set up. So first, we want this command block to clone this set of command blocks back on itself. So to do that, we are going to start with this. Clone, tilde, 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 tilde. Let's get the first set of coordinates. Look at your coordinates, and I'm not going to explain the coordinates too much, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And so we know that it is, well, that was X, right? No, that was Z. Goes 3 on Z. I'm gonna have to redo this video later. That's alright. Enjoy the limited content, the limited time content. Okay, 3, and then that is the first set of coordinates. It starts right here, and then we want to expand off that first set of coordinates. So 1 more on the Z and 1 more on the X. There we go. Counting with Banjo. So we increase that by 1. We go boom, boom. And now we need the paste location, and because this is lined up at the correct spot, it will paste right there. But something important to note is this. Whenever you clone something, it will paste positive to positive. So if I walk here, my x increases by 1. If I walk here, my x increases by 1. So that means it pastes in this direction. No matter how you select your area with the first two sets of coordinates, it will always paste positive to positive on your third set. So in here, I already lined it up, so that works. And yeah, let's see if this thing works by making this one say yo. Then we run this. We need a button. We click the button. It says yo right away, which is a little odd. Oh yeah, I was like, weird. It shouldn't have said yo. That's because it looped once, but it just did what I was about to tell you to do, but I forgot to do it myself. Let's just put these buttons back. Boom, boom, boom. That's good. So now once you have the set of coordinates right here, you need to paste it over here. This set of command blocks is never used. Right here. This is never fired upon, but it's always cloned from. But this is currently angled to copy from right here. But because that's never fired upon, it doesn't matter. Okay, cool. So we have the clone. Now let's input the command we want to loop. TP, let me put it in chat first, /TP boss tilde 1. And let's make this more fun. Let's change that. No, we'll keep it simple. Doesn't matter. Alright, this will teleport. Oh, nope, I was wrong. That needs to be more complicated or it's going to be super lame and only do the same linear action. Execute as boss, not Banjo boss. At S, run, TP, at S tilde 1. Alright. Control A, Control C, copy. Put it in here. There we go. So this will, and remember to copy them to this spot right here, or it will not work. Cool, and now we're going to set up the conditional. So there are, what I mean by the conditional is I want to say in logic terms, do this until this thing happens, or do this every time if these conditions are true. You can do it either way. What we want to say is do this until this counter equals 0. And then this command block will set the counter. So first, let us use the team scoreboard objective for this example. And we are going to keep the say yo. This is incorrect.
This is incorrect.
There we go. The say yo this is built incorrectly both ways. There we go. And I'm going to say scoreboard players remove, not player. It's important that you get players plural. It's kind of basic stuff. Probably don't need to talk about that. Players remove, let's say test ID of the team objective 1. Alright. And then right here, we're going to turn this final clone command into a conditional by going execute if score of, what was it? Test ID of the team objective equals 0 team. And then we do run this clone command. And remember that this needs to be copied over here or it will not work. Alright, let's make sure we have these linked in here. If you have to do that by hand, I apologize. I really recommend getting a keyboard and mouse that lets you copy the data like that. Very helpful. Yeah, so that's looking good. Let's see. Now we need to, oh yeah, something I forgot. You need to have, when you compare this value to, let's say 0, you need to set 0 team score, or this won't work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do scoreboard players set the fake player of 0 in the objective of team set to 0. I already did that, but that's just what you guys will need to do to get this part to work. This can be bigger and bigger. This does not have to be a 2x2. Boss, do you have any questions so far?
So many questions.
You have many questions? Okay, what are they?
Yeah, we'll just wait. We'll
wait. Okay, sure. We're almost done with this anyways. Now the final step is this, and then I will break this down in a way I probably should have broken it down at the beginning. We do scoreboard players set test ID, which is the one that'll be changing. Let's say 10. Oh, no, sorry. The objective of team to 10 needs redstone. And let me double check these. Say yo. Accidentally pasted something in. Execute boss 1 block up. Say yo. Remove players. If that happens. Oh, so here's an error I made. We don't want this. We want this to stop when it equals 0. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make this a greater than 0. Clone this if it's greater than 0. So then when it eventually finally hits 0, it will no longer work. I'm glad I found that before I pushed the button. All right, let's see if it works.
Right.
So far, that is not successful. Let's see what happened.
No, it did work.
Oh, execute as boss at s run TP at s tilde 1. That should TP you on many different times, and it should say yo many more times.
It only did it once.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Four blocks cloned. Weird.
Excuse me?
What's up?
I'm in the world right now. I'm trying to do some redstone, and I just got set to survival.
That's weird. Boss, did you set anyone to survival? You might have stepped on a block that activated.
I'll give it. There you
go. Excuse me. All right, let's try this again.
Excuse Banjo. Ooh, TPD once.
All right. Yep. So I don't know why this isn't working yet, and if this continues, we're gonna have to do another take of this video, which is fine.
Okay, TPD once. Banjo, what do you use as scoreboard loops?
Scoreboard loops?
They're way better.
Oh, here it is. I know why it's not working. Remember how I said you need to do players plural? That's the problem. Alright, let's see. Boom! Teleports them up 10 blocks. Sorry for that delay. So now, obviously this is a little counterintuitive because you could just make this a TP command that you then change the scoreboard values of. But we could go 5 and it TP's boss 5 blocks up. We could go 100. And you also say it says yo that many times. So it just said yo 100 times. That could be any command that you want. Something we could do for this is be like, hey, for every player that we have in the game, teleport him 1 block up. So you could change that TP amount. Yeah. Oh my gosh, what button did you just click? Oh wow, that lags a lot. Anyways, so what else? Let's look at my notes, guys, just a moment. So let's break down what we did. The steps of this are this. You set the value. You run your commands. That's these 2 commands. You lower the scoreboard value, and then if the scoreboard value is above what you want, you clone and restart the process. Yeah, let me look at my notes again. Okay. So yeah, you can, I've explained it enough, yeah. Also, I recommend calling scoreboards SCs. And if you're writing about commands, I recommend doing that as well. It is a good term to have. I also call armor stands AS. I recommend.
I have one question.
Yeah, what's your question?
Can you not do one with scoreboard loops?
Yes, you could do that. So something else you could do here is you could say clone execute on any player that has a tag of something, and then clone if any player has this tag, and then do the loop. And then during the loop, you could select a random player without that tag, and then it would run. It would run. It would run every single time for every single player, and then stop when there's no more players. That is basically what I did over here. So that is pretty much the concepts. If you guys want to see specifics, you can now tune in for this next part of the video. If you have questions in the comments or I failed to explain something, let me know and I will get to you. But for this next part, I'm going to be covering how these two machines work. So if you feel you understand this, awesome. If you don't understand the implications and you don't understand why this is big, let me know, and I will try to explain it to you in the comments better. Yeah, there's a chance we'll re-upload this, but for now I'm just going to upload it. Okay, cool. So let's start with this simple thing. I'm going to cover conditionals, and I'm not going to explain conditionals all that much. I'm just going to show you the commands and kind of explain conceptually what this does a little bit. So what this thing does is it will set all players to either team 1 or team 0, and it will have a almost even amount of players every single time. So we have 4 players on here. If I click this button, it says boss is team 1. If I click this again, eventually he'll be team 0. There he is. Yeah, and it iterates through, it goes back and forth, assigning people to team 1 and team 0 over and over, and it happens instantly. This is something you could easily do with a repeating command block, and it wouldn't really affect that many things, but I like making things instant and fast. Why are there 2 command blocks on top? That is, so you're talking about right here? Right here? What's your face? I keep forgetting your name. I know it ends in no. Oh yeah, so these are the 2 conditional statements. So yeah, I see you. So let's go over this. To accomplish this, we execute. I'm going to go over and just show you this real quick, and then I'll explain what it does. So you can pause the video on this if you want. I'm just going to go very fast. Alright. This one doesn't need to exist because it's not the other one. Alright. Alright, and here's the conditional, which is right at the end there. Okay, so how this works is basically, and this is very helpful for if you have minigames and stuff, is basically it says, hey, select a random person that has not been scanned yet. And then this says, if the flip-flop value that changes every time is 1, set their team to 1. If it's 0, set their team to 0. And then this is a conditional that will copy itself right here. And this is a conditional that will copy itself here. What this will do is it will say every time this loops around, the flip value changes from 1 to 0. So it goes back and forth, back and forth. And then this will say, okay, this selected player has been scanned, and it will then say they're no longer selected. This will then say for every player who has not been, this will say select player count, make player count 0. This will say for every for every player that has not been scanned, add a player count. And then this will say, hey, if there's anyone who has not been scanned, run this again. And that's basically how this works. If you have more questions, let me know. I'm going to go through this quickly. This one's a lot more complicated.
You good, Banjo?
I am dandy. Thank you for asking, boss. I'm doing just fine. Yes, just a little bit of a cough. Do I want to show you every command block here? That's a good question. So I'm going to, instead of showing you every command block here, I'm going to explain this conceptually, what this does. And then we will give it to me. Oh, you're talking about something else. Okay. So basically what this does is it will say, create a conditional, and if the values, if it has done this function 16 times, go to the next one up here. Alright, so this will, you'll see this is angled that way, this one's angled that way. These two right here don't get ran, they get cloned. So if this has been ran 16 times, it goes up here into this next area where it will reset this lower area, make it repeat. This will then, if this has been ran a certain number of times, it will then go up to this next area, and then if this has been ran, once this hits 0, it will no longer execute, and it will then reset itself. Every time this bottom one runs, it will teleport the armor stand. It will teleport 2 armor stands, one here and one here, and they will slowly separate. And then they will clone a block over to this one area, and yeah, they will then slowly rotate an object that way. You can tweak these values to change if it goes up or down. In fact, let's try that right now. If you want a tutorial on this, let me know. I imagine this has lost most people's interest at this point, so I am not going to do that too much. Let's see where the TPY values are. Oh yeah, and you have to reset their position using this command. I forgot about that. Okay, clone here. Clone here. Where is it? I built this 4 years ago. Alright, give me a break. I don't know where it is. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Should be TP. Yep. So R1 is the original location. Feeds into this one. If that feeds in there, this is R2. So we're going to make that TP negative. And with that one command, after I reset the values, I should be able to go here. That didn't look like it worked correctly. Oh, you know what I did? I just did what I've been telling you guys not to do. I didn't modify the original one. This is what I need to change. The one that gets cloned over. Now I changed both of them. Let's try that again. We go here, we push the button that is the correct button. Let's see if that works. I haven't tested this part. Well, that is not hopeful. What do the armor stands? Why do the armor stands do that? The armor stands do that because they are being teleported like 4,000 times in the span of like 5 seconds. They're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, but I think I didn't count the first block, but we're going to place that anyways. And then once the loop hits that last coordinate, it will teleport itself back to where it was and then go up 1, and it will then continue. And then all the way out here, and it'll do that, and once this reaches 16 blocks tall, it will reset and change its Z value, and it'll iterate through everything. I'm honestly not sure why this did not work. Oh, I know why it didn't work. Alright, that's pretty much the video, guys. If you want to see me fix this, you can continue watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah, this is just extra credit stuff we're going to cover here. Peace out. Alright, as this guy,
yes,
at S, run TP at S tilde 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 and execute.
You stop recording?
Capitalized. Not yet. I'm showing these guys this if they want to,
Okay.
if they want to see this actually work. I'm all in all not too happy with this video. I think I might re-upload this, but whatever.
Yeah, we need to redo this one.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, that's looking like it's working. That's hopeful. Hey, it worked. Cool. Yeah, so the reason that didn't work before is that I had a old style execute command that once you update that, it's like, oh yeah, we don't recognize that command anymore. So I had to change it to newer formats. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think. Yeah, and have a good day.